Hi guys, Kevin Lewis here, the crowdfund expert, and I want to talk to you all about this thing called crowdfunding. So let's talk about it. What is crowdfunding? Well, crowdfunding is a very simple process that can help people or businesses raise funding and fairly quickly. Let me give you an example. Let's say you wanted to raise $50,000 because you are a catering business and you wanted to take your catering business on the road, so you needed to buy a food truck. Well, you could do one of a few things. The first thing you could do is you could go to a bank. Now that's typically what people do. They go to banks and apply for bank loans. Well, let's talk about why a bank loan may be challenging. The first thing is the rules and guidelines for bank loans are pretty stringent today, and there are not a lot of banks that are giving businesses money, particularly if they're not established businesses. The other issue that you may find challenging is banks want their money back. Right? They want to get interest on their loan, and they want it regardless whether you make profit or not. So it could be very possible that you get a bank loan, and if your business doesn't become profitable in 6 months, you could end up underwater and having to pay back the money and never get your business launched. Bank loans, very challenging, not impossible, and I'm not telling you that you shouldn't use it. I'm simply saying there are some alternatives. Then there's venture capital. Now, venture capital says that there's a person out there that will give you the $50,000. But typically what happens with a venture capitalist is, one, they're difficult to find and then get interested in your particular project. And two, most of them, if not all of them, want some type of equity stake in your business. That means they're going to want to control your business. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have spent the better part of the last 6 years building my business, and I don't want somebody to come in and say to me, hey, this is where we want you to operate, this is how we want you to operate, and this is the way you're going to do it for the next 7 years. I just don't want to give up that kind of control. Then there's bootstrapping. Now, I don't have to tell you guys about bootstrapping. Bootstrapping simply says, I'm going to save up the money little by little until I've gotten the $50,000. Well, that could be very time consuming. I have known people who've tried to bootstrap their businesses and $50,000 took them 4, 5, 6, sometimes 12 years to get. So bootstrapping may not be the most advantageous. Let's talk about this thing called crowdfunding. I love it. Crowdfunding simply says, instead of asking one person for $50,000 or one or two people for $50,000, what if we could ask 50,000 people for $1? The most important part for me is that you don't have to pay any of the money back. By the way, the estimated capital fundraising total for 2013 is about $5 billion in crowdfunding capital. That means over $5 billion has been raised using this new and innovative creative financing method. So take advantage of it. By the way, if you want to learn more, you can get our book, you can get our workbook, you can go on our website, you can find all of the information that you need to find about crowdfunding if you go to our website at crowdfundexperts.com. That's crowdfund-experts.com.